You've talked a little bit as you were talking about your wife being there every step of the way, and now, um, Darcy. Let's talk about the role of caregiving. I guess is where I'm going with this a little bit. And we, spoke to Pam Gavin of Nord in the last segment, and she also talked about the impact that rare diseases can have on caregivers. So, can you tell us about your wife's experience as a caregiver for
Yeah,
your
so
son through the years?
she was a stay-at-home mom, but I often say that she saved his life, and she put her everything aside. Everything was aside. The most important thing was him. Of course, we have a daughter, Sydney, who we may not have had Gunnar been diagnosed at birth, because she came almost like right after Gunnar. And it's probably one of the blessings of Gunnar's misdiagnosis was the fact that we did have Sydney, his sister, who is undoubtedly his best friend and biggest supporter and has been his whole life. And so much so that they went to the same high school, they went to the same college. They are both parents of two children themselves right now. It's really an amazing thing to see the love and support that he has received over the years. But it is a burden, no question. And fortunately for us, I was an NFL quarterback. I made good money, not what they're making today, but I made good money to be able to make sure that Gunnar needed whatever he needed. But I also wanted to use my platform, much like Frank DeFord used his platform, to raise the level of cystic fibrosis, stay in our lane, try to raise as much money as we possibly could. There have been a number of dads all across the country that have been raising money, and we pulled all of our money together with the support of the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, because I'll never forget Rich Mattingly telling me, he goes, Boomer, if you really truly want to save your son, it's going to take a lot of money, and because money, buys science, and then science is going to save lives. And I can tell you that our miracle came true in 2018. And I see it every single day over the last 7 years. About 90% of our patient population is significantly impacted positively by Trikafta. And there's about 10% of our population where the drug does not work, and we are still fighting for those 10% as well. So it's really quite the miracle story, but it also is a little bit frustrating that still 10% of our patient population can't be helped by these drugs.